Hello, beautiful people. My name is Amanda, the face behind Art Van Gogh and the seed of conscious community. I just wanted to take a moment and reflect, as it has been.
We have a friend named Janie who plays a fictional character that's just like this. It's so weird.
Yeah.
She told me she'd come on and impersonate her sometime because I said it to her. She's like, "What?" Yeah.
A really wild last week or so for me. I wanted to first say I would like to take full accountability for my words. And I want to apologize from the bottom of my heart for the words that I said that triggered every one of you in the ways that it triggered you in a positive, negative, or in-between style of way.
It just triggered me in a positive
From
way.
the bottom of my heart, apologize that my words and my expression in that moment had triggered so many of you.
Yes.
So, what do you think so far?
I'm liking it.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's really captured all possible outcomes, right? You know, hey, if it triggered positive emotions in you, you know, I take responsibility for any of you. Yeah, yeah. If you liked it, you know, I'm still claiming that.
I feel like she woke me up. She woke me up to the truth. You know, she triggered.
I'm sure there's been a huge influx to her OnlyFans, so there is some positive triggering.
God, she's definitely profited from this. Yeah.
Yeah.
I apologize for that. That was not my intention. I was being harassed by two men prior to the videos that I posted at my free will.
Now, the two men she's talking about are the workers at the Home Depot that she tried to get fired.
The ordinary, like, salt of the earth guys. Like the fucking bedrock of America dudes. Right there, yeah.
Yeah.
And that was the 8th guy in 2 months to harass me. Not including my ex-husband.
That's like one a week. That's not that bad.
It's a good ongoing rate. Well, keep in mind, by her definition of harassment, the last one was probably the guy at like the drive-thru who asked her to pay before she sped off, you know.
Right.
We saw a video of her at a grocery store, and she was being the worst human being at a Safeway because they didn't have a large enough organic section.
Yes.
And then she's crying about how she's going to die of starvation because she only has like a cart full of lentils and like 4 other things. But it's like, I'm a big fat. And if I was stuck in the woods with that, I'd survive. You're going to be fine.
Story about. So I just wanted to give you a little glimpse into the why I said those words that were so triggering to everybody else in the world.
Everybody else, not to me. I wasn't triggered. I wasn't mad at what I had said. You all were.
So
I kind of get the feeling like if she had diarrhea and shit in the fucking Home Depot and they asked her to please leave, she'd be like, "Are you harassing me?"
Oh,
Why are you harassing me?"
100%. There is whatever machine produces shame inside our brains does not exist in people like this. It's narcissism, right? Like an inability to like reconcile personal failings. Yeah, because it's insane because a lot of people are narcissists, right? Like it's not that uncommon, and it's just a part of their brain that's not there. That you might as well be talking to like a colorblind person, like trying to distinguish the 2 shades of green on the plant. You know, they just can't do it. But the fun part is that this is a disability we get to make fun of people for having because it makes them terrible people. So we have like an excuse to be ableist.
Maybe she has somewhere for you shoot your guns, wink wink.
Yeah, you could go to her conscious community camp out there.
She does have that compound.
She does have a compound. She's building. She's on it right here.
I actually think she did shit in that Home Depot, and the reason they started the fight was because she wanted a doggy bag to take it home for fertilizer.
when her and her husband broke up, she accused him of abuse after the fact, and she took him to court, and nothing happened to him. He didn't get in trouble. And in fact, he got a restraining order against her, and she had to move back to New York with her parents for a little while. And while she was there, she was trying to extort her family for money. These videos exist of her being like, "All right, the first person that gives me enough money to get a vehicle so I can get out of here, you're safe. But the rest of you, I'm going to start telling everyone all your secrets."
Starting with her mom.
Her mom. Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
She was giving some Batman villain threats in an Instagram live story in order to get gas money. Is that what she wanted?
I've talked to people who were friendly with her at one point, and she went so psycho on them that they just left the area. They moved to like the other side of the country to get away from her.
Yeah.
It's
She's
crazy.
she like sends letters to her family, but like instead of writing, she just cuts out letters from fucking magazines and like pastes it. Shit.
She's crafty. I know there's a bunch of people watching right now that are convinced they can save her too.
Oh,
I-
that's all. That's like half my chat right now. Yeah, but with her, because I mean, they're weak. But I knew like hippie girls because I went to Humboldt State in Northern California. I mean, it's like every other girl up there is like some kind of crystal sniffing, whatever. And that shit gets old. That shit gets old really quick. I had Tinder hookups where I was at their place for 3 hours, and over the course of those 3 hours, my patience for the entire aesthetic burnt through and then some. It takes no time at all, unless you have a predisposition for it. Whatever, she's gonna be fine. Her OF is probably just packed full of people looking to see the hussy get pummeled.
She made a video on her OnlyFans that got leaked where she was talking like how she feared for her life because of all the backlash. And then at the end, she's like, so if you want to see these titties one last time, check your DMs.
Oh
Like-
God.
Yeah, she was like crying, saying I'm not suicidal, but there's a good chance that I might show up missing on a ditch. I need you to know I'm not Epstein, but if you want to see these titties one last time. It's like, what?
It's so-
What?
Fucking
This is a-
shameless. Complete,
Yeah.
again, incapable. No part up here that produces shame.
Yep.
Which is what perfect for an influencer.
Oh yeah, 100%. You can just hear it in like the pattern of how she speaks and shit. Like it's she didn't fuck up. Everybody just got triggered by her because you just can't handle her or some shit. It's fucked up, man.
Do you think she's wearing this fire department New York hat to like signal boost like her allegiance with the great men of 9/11 that saved everybody in the towers? Like,
Did they save everybody?
everybody? Everybody.
Yeah,
Oh, Jesus.
9/11, famously the 0 death count event.
The seed of conscious
Yeah.
community.
She was the she was the heart and soul of that fire department.
I just feel like she's doing some sort of virtue signaling here with the hat. Maybe I'm wrong.
No, there's something.
I mean,
there's
she does
something
live
going
in-
on. Yeah, for sure.
She lives in small town Washington. I saw something she posted a few days ago. They had like a car show in this little town that she's living in. It's like right next to her little commune that she's trying to build. And she was hanging out with old, like, redneck looking people.
Yeah.
So I saw a screenshot. I don't know if it was real or not, but like a screenshot of people like praising her on Stormfront or something.
Well, they love that shit, right? Because there's a pretty
Yeah.
big overlap with like the hippie like mysticism and like the Nazi love of the occult, where you have, because like the anti-vax thing is like the big overlap there, where that's
She's
like
anti-vax.
what? Yeah, I mean, absolutely, right?
Yes.
I would not believe you if you told me otherwise. So I feel like they have like the aesthetics of a progressive, but a lot of their politics and like reasoning is firmly in the right. And I think she knows that. And I think maybe, the fucking hat is like I'm a hippie bitch or whatever, but I want to keep America white. Because, I mean, that's
Right.
what she fucking said,
Yeah.
see?
Which is hilarious because and you know what? Her ex-husband may fuel some of this xenophobia on top of it because he's not a white guy. He's like Asian and he's from Australia. And she got mad when they broke up that they wouldn't deport him. She was like, oh, it's because I live near a sanctuary city that they won't get rid of him.
What the
She
fuck?
kept saying that. Yeah. She was going to rat him out to immigration to get him kicked out of the country so she could live on their land.
Divorce though, to be honest, like that's pretty ingenious. But yeah,
If it would have worked.
I did want to add though, like there is actually a huge overlap in like the hardcore hippies and neo-Nazi groups. I was really immersed in hippie culture for a while, as is evident by the fucking dreadlocks I had and shit. Everybody knows that, whatever, it's fine. but like Rainbow Family, which is a huge fucking hit.
Oh, I've heard of the rainbow. The rainbows. Yeah.
Like they are not neo-Nazis, and they're pretty. There's a lot of sharps in there that are very against neo-Nazis, but a lot of people in Rainbow are former like skinheads and neo-Nazis and shit like that, because to make the jump is just to stop hating like minorities and just hate everybody who's clean, and it's and that's all you have to fucking do, and you're just like in another group of like tight societal control. Like it's fucking weird. It's very strange.
Apologize sincerely that my words in that experience that I encountered triggered each and every one of you.
Thank you. All I wanted was an
apologize
apology.
sincerely that every one of you that was triggered by my words have never experienced something like I've experienced before. So you have no idea what it's like to walk a day in my shoes.
True.
So
This
I
is not an apology.
apologize.
Immediately, right back to the fucking, like, okay, but I'm the real victim here. Like, in no time at all. Runs back to
Yes.
I'm sorry you don't know what it's like to be me, losers.
I should do
Y'all
this every
have
time I
not-
make people mad. This should be just my,
Yeah.
like, my go-to, like, any controversy whatsoever, you know? This is good. People like this live their whole fucking lives, like, impervious to consequences. Because consequences only exist if you believe in them. If you're shameless enough, it just, like, nothing sticks, right? You can just walk through anything. It's a superpower.
Like you said, Ben, you talked to her friends that literally moved away from her
Yes.
to get out of her life. That's a superpower.
Like
Yeah.
thousands of miles away just
Yeah.
because she's
People
here.
are evacuating you.
Yeah.
Yeah, other people like,
That's-
oh, my neighbors are bad, my parents are bad. Just be, you know that energy, be the reason someone logs off Twitter today. Be the reason every person who knows your name leaves the country. Just be a walking hurricane. Face no consequences. Just be horrible. And everyone else will suffer the damage you should have. It's great.
Not experienced my experience personally to be able to resonate and understand and empathize and sympathize with what led to that moment in time and space to begin with. However, I can't take back what had happened. I can't take back what I said. I can't. So instead, I can reflect.
You could choose to apologize for what you said instead of for how people took it, though.
Exactly.
Like you obviously can't go back in time, but you could mold the future into something more respectable.
No, you have to understand she's a hippie. What she's saying is that her level of crystal attunement doesn't actually literally allow her to retract those
Oh.
words, like to go back and not do it. She's apologizing for her weakness.
Oh.
And I can take accountability. And I, Amanda Marie Keschner, am taking full accountability, guilty as charged,
What?
for exactly what I said. And I am standing here in front of you guys via this screen, and I am saying to each and every one of you, I apologize for my words. I apologize that my words had triggered you. I apologize for whatever has transpired after that moment in time.
This is 20 minutes?
Yes.
What? This is tautology. I said those words. The one who said those words is me. Other people didn't like those words, but also some people did like them. Whoever did or didn't like them, I was the one who said them, and I take responsibility for being the one who said the words that you may or may not have had feelings about. 20 minutes! I don't doubt it. This fucking... I was wondering how she got through school, if she did, but clearly she can filibuster her way through any social situation. Those papers are probably twice the length that their teachers asked for. Jesus Christ.
I'm pretty sure the next 15 minutes are her asking for apologies from people now.
She's starting to kind of lose touch. I mean, like she almost says some like Chris Chan like stuff sometimes. She says her life is a movie, and we all have movies of our lives, but like she thinks the movie's gonna get made and has a soundtrack, and it's some wacky stuff.
In addition to that, I wanted to add, I hope that over time, through your own healing journeys and clarity and integration and meditation and therapy work, that maybe one day y'all will forgive me. For
Go-
my,
Go to therapy. I hope you bitches can go to therapy so you can realize I was right.
Words and my actions based off of my experience. I hope that one day you can empathize with what I've been through
Mm.
and forgive me for the words that I said that triggered you so harshly.
Oh.
I really, really, really hope that one day you can, but I do understand that forgiveness is not that easy. I do understand that. So if,
Yeah,
unfortunately,
I'm sold. If I ever run for public office, this is going to be my press secretary. This is my.
Oh, you'd
So-
be undefeatable.
Oh yeah.
Nothing could actually the effective thing is all the hate would be deflected onto her. So
Oh, yeah.
anytime you do anything, like you drop a baby or something, she gives like a 70-minute spiel on how the baby should have been less slippery that day, and everyone just focuses on her and completely forgets about the shit you did.
Excuse me. Do you have any comment on digging up in the past of Mr. Holiday, Senator Holiday?
I apologize that you all stupid snowflakes and can't handle how wonderful I am.
Right.
Apology accepted.
So, what is the senator's comment that he once accidentally formed a hate group? Listen, I'm sorry that you're so triggered by this. I hope through a lot of meditation you can come to understand how any of us could accidentally make a hate group. Like, I don't know, it's fucking great.
I'm
I'm sure
happy
I
to
could make a
report
hate group, but I couldn't name it Kekistan.
the thirst posting in my chat has stopped. By the way, it's mostly now people talking about their blood pressure. So I think we've done it. We're disproving the incels. It's actually possible to be a hot woman and still attract the malice and hatred of sexually underperforming young men.
don't forgive me. I will have to live with that. And I will be okay.
I will have to live with that, and I'll be okay.
In addition to that, I just wanted to shine a little bit of light onto something that I am personally going through. And this does not justify my actions by any means. Like I said, I take full accountability for what I said. But I just want to let you know, I personally am going through a lot. I have a lot on my plate. I'm diagnosed with PTSD, severe.
Self-diagnosed.
Holy
PTSD.
shit! This is a meme, dude. This is like a fucking. She's actually running through every thing that you'd say to make fun of this type of person. This is incredible.
Yeah. She's proving the stereotype for sure. Then I mean, God, I want to make a joke about Tourette's and TikTok, but like, nah, that's dangerous fucking territory. But I wouldn't put it past her. I wouldn't put it past her.
I used to be diagnosed with anxiety, and through the last year and a half of intense therapies, I am actually diagnosed with complex PTSD. I will be working with a brand new wellness team. And they will make sure that I have the programs, the guidance, and the tools that I need in order to not wind up in a situation like I put myself in.
She needs a whole ass team.
Yeah,
I mean,
just like
Well,
12
it's a wellness
guys
team.
in black suits and ties, like following her, like just like in every corner, making sure she doesn't accidentally be very racist on camera to a
Right.
brown person.
Probably her wellness team is probably just like the upper tier of her OnlyFans.
She's a chronic oversharer too. She overshares to her own detriment. She was trying to. There's like this company, I think it's like Cascade Tours or something, where you can host like a yoga thing or whatever. She was trying to host some kind of yoga retreat, and they found out about her video because she brought it up, and she got fired from that. She had an interview with a talent agency in Seattle and told everybody about that, so they got contacted too. And she leaked the fucking therapy place she's going to. Also,
oh my God.
yeah.
Just an absolute hurricane of a woman. I think part of being a therapist is learning to recognize when the person walking into your office is going to ruin your life too, and responding preemptively to that.
So they're going to teach me the proper tools and skills that I need. So therefore, my PTSD is not triggered, and then therefore I do not have to say something and project something and trigger anybody else in
I
any
think
kind of way, negative
they
or
should-
positive.
First, they should work on teaching you to speak from your diaphragm and not from like the tiniest, pinchiest fucking part of your nasal cavity. Jesus.
Literally right behind the upper teeth. I mean, it's right there, as far forward as you
Yeah.
can get.
I like how she keeps insisting there's a positive triggering that could be going on here.
You might have been positively triggered by me telling these men to go back to their own country because I didn't like their accents.
And I'm gonna trigger you in a positive or negative way.
She also claimed that you can just say the F slur to whoever you want in New York City and no one will care.
That was great. I thought that was
Yeah.
that was relatable to me. I felt that. That was very good. 'Cause I do not believe for a moment that this girl is anything other than heterosexual. She exudes tremendous. I know that might be a controversial one, but I think a lot of this is like aesthetic obfuscation. Okay, I think she's like homophobic. Like if she saw like lesbians kissing or whatever, she'd be like grossed out by it personally.
She might be.
That's my guess. That's totally intuition talking there.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Does anybody
I
know
can't
she has?
fix her.
You can't fix her. I'm
I can't fix her.
Unless you're a psychiatrist and you can prescribe her something, I doubt she can be
You
fixed.
could probably only hold her down for a while. But she, do we have access to her OnlyFans? Do we know if there's any girl-on-girl stuff to test this theory?
I've never seen her OnlyFans aside from that video that was leaked. And
I think she's a sexual opportunist.
Somebody in my chat just said there isn't because of fucking course I have this girl OF subs. Are you? Is that one of the tier 4 subs or whatever? Like they're part of her fucking security detail.
Thank you for chiming in from the wellness group.
Yeah, I'm on site right now at her compound. I can confirm I've never seen another woman enter her van.
I don't want to hurt.
my-
That's not my intention.
She's never
I'm
had
literally
another
building a
woman in her
healing center.
yurt.
I literally went to school to help people.
she studied forensics.
Yeah, that's
at-
what she said.
Yeah.
When she was going off at her boyfriend. You want to shoot guns? I shot a bullseye before I ever met you.
She tried to put a hit out on her ex-husband too.
Yeah.
She was like, she basically said, I will offer money if someone can break his neck or something like that. But then she kind of pulled back. She was like, but it might be better if I can just do it myself. So, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a little triggered by her wanting to kill her husband. That's a little fucked up, man. A little fucked up. Murder is bad. Am I triggered? Is it a bad trigger or a good trigger for that? I don't know.
Oh, that's a good trigger.
I don't know. These van life people, they have a history. It's not good.
Yeah, well,
Doing exactly
they're like a
that
murder
here.
crew, right? They're like the whole van life shit. Like, there's no fucking way these people aren't killing each other constantly. They're out there in the middle of nowhere. They're all crazy. Half of them are preppers. I don't know. It just seems like a wacky group of people to stake your
There's-
life to. You know?
There's 100% of reason they're off the grid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, it depends. It depends on which ones you're talking about. Like, there's
Yeah,
there's
they're
a
the
level
ones-
to- there's a
they're the
level,
ones-
like, no
yeah.
people, you know, like.
Yeah.
There's definitely there are people out there that are not joining society because they can't join society anymore. Some of that's because like their mental health is really that fucking bad. Some are because they got like a criminal record. Then you got like the van life people who are influencers. You know, that kind of
Exactly.
shit. And there's just lifestylers that want to have a crazy experience. So there's a myriad of them, but like it's so. They're like unified kind of things that happen the longer that you're on in the van life thing, even if you're like on the high level of influencer van life sort of stuff. And it's that you inevitably are going to end up in the shit. It happens. It happens to fucking everybody that goes out on the road and they live there for a fucking while. You see some crazy shit and how you deal with that crazy shit. But like, I don't think she's seen anything of crazy shit. She doesn't strike me as somebody who's ever
She's
had to
got-
have a self-awareness
Well,
and come face
She's got
to face.
PTSD though.
She has her tier 3 subs around her at all times. You know, there's like a 40-man orbit donut ring around her, like firing outwards to keep her safe. I don't want to besmirch, by the way, the like rural or like van life living shit or whatever. You know, there are tons of crazy people in the cities. It just, for
Yeah.
me, like at least in my mind, right? because I mean, crime is higher in the cities, so this is like probably totally irrational. But if I'm around crazy people in the cities, you know, I feel like I'm in a concrete fortress at all times. You know, like where I'm in a very regimented, structured part of the world where I can rely on like backup systems. If you're like in a van life group or whatever, I feel like you're just one bad relationship and a drunken night away from dying and just no one ever finding out, and that's scary, you know.
Yeah,
I mean, that happens with homeless camps and stuff, you know, all the time. And this
Yeah.
is just one level away from that, right?
Yeah, I love the van life people, but I've been fantasizing about being homeless for a long time. Like, it's really just influencers' way of lying to themselves about being homeless.
Yeah, that's what happened with Andy Dick. I mean, look, so, but the thing is too, I'll give you a good example. I had a friend. I'm not gonna name his name because I don't want anybody looking this guy up. He's a little fucking nuts. But here's a good example of like how things can be the shit, and it's so alien and different from like the real world. There was a big rainbow gathering thing happen, and unfortunately, it was very sad and fucked up. But a rape happened. Now, nobody called the cops immediately because instead somebody grabbed a shovel and beat the dude until he had brain damage. And the person who held the shovel was a buddy of mine. He went to prison for 3 years for manslaughter. So like that's how things are handled, and that's some shit. That might give you PTSD. I think she has severe PTSD because somebody denied her coupon at Sephora, okay? Like, fuck that shit. It's not the same. It's not the same shit, you know? This is fucked up.
She does not exude credibility. I'll say that much. It's just a difficult process. The fucked up thing, like you talk about vigilante justice, right? The fucked up thing is like, okay, you know how back in like 150 years ago or whatever, like the whole like white woman cry rape at a black dude gets lynched type thing, like, you know, like maybe the white woman was infidelity or like explain something, or maybe she's just a crazy bitch, you know, that happens. It's been known to happen. This nowadays, this happens, and it's like her. It's like the hippie Karen shit, right? Where, and instead of all the language they'd used back then, now it's like this weaponization of progressive language. Like, you know, well, I have all these traumas that are brought up by, you know, people of color or whatever, and like immigrants, and, you know, I felt my safety was threatened. But they're basically just doing like the same thing that 150 years ago were getting black dudes lynched. They've just, the language has been kind of modernized, you know?
Oh, I got confirmation from someone who that I've been talking to that used to be friends with her. She is not completely heterosexual.
Fuck!
Heyo.
Damn it! Ah, well.
Heyo.
Maybe she should be. Maybe I was making a prescriptive judgment there. All right, she can say faggot. Yeah, we don't claim her.
To jump on here.
Is that all it takes? I'll wash my mouth out with some dick if I can
If
start
me
dropping
and
the
Billy
F-bomb.
blow each other right now, can we say it?
Yeah.
Why are you
I'll
pretending
take
you
that deal.
haven't? You have and you can.
True. Thank you.
And like I said, take accountability. And I really truly hope that you can find in your heart the forgiveness to forgive me and put this in the past. You do not have to forget.
There's a point.
Never forget.
There's a point
Never
later
forget.
where she tries to say crisis counselors, but accidentally slips and says crisis actors at some point.
Just reflexive, you know.
Yeah.
Literally.
Oh my god, we barely made it into this video too.
Wait.
Jesus.
Wait, is this a fucking 9/11 thing?
Yep.
I told you the hat was a signal.
Never forget.
I told you.
Why would you just drop that? Okay, this isn't just narcissism. This woman skins cats alive. This is pure like antisocial personality disorder. She has a trigger in her brain where she's like, what can I say to get people to trust me? Well, I know that people like it when you say 9/11 never forget, so I'm just gonna bust that one out like totally out of fucking nowhere, you know. This would be like her randomly dropping like a RIP MJ, or like a, you know, thank God we won World War II in the middle of it. Just no emotional links going on up here. Just random tidbits. You know what I mean? Am I overreacting?
Oh no.
No.
No, I know what you mean.
I guess she had an office in Tower 7, and that's why Tower 7 went down. It was like, take me with you.
That's where her PTSD came from. Yes.
Could
That
have been like
43rd
fucking
floor.
I'm not asking you to forget about the words that I said. I'm not asking you to forget about the actions that happened. I'm not asking you to forget about me or any of the things
Please
I
don't
said.
forget about me. I'm an influencer. Remember, I have an OnlyFans. I'm gonna keep doing weird shit because I need more subscribers. Please.
She's probably doing pretty good right now. Kind of
Yeah,
curious.
she's sitting high.
I'm just asking if you can find it in your heart over time to forgive me.
Yeah, at this point's weird. She stops and just starts doing like a breathing exercise out of nowhere in the middle of the video right
Nice.
here.
All right.
Oh, this is for free. Normally, this shit you have to pay $15 a month for. This is very off-putting.
She's starting a new brand of YouTube content called PTSD
Sorry.
ASMR.
My PTSD was getting a little ramped up there.
Oh my!
Yeah. Sorry, my it was going over the line on my HUD there, you know, and I need to pop a potion, do a breathing exercise, get my PTSD levels back down.
Yeah, putting
Fuck.
2 fingers to my temple after breathing for a second. Sorry, my autism was swelling for a moment.
FFS, someone pointed out that-
I'm back. I'm back with us now.
Mine.
What?
She is getting worked up to do a 4 breath count in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 4.
Thank you for teaching us how to
Exhale
breathe.
for 4.
If you also notice, nowhere in this apology video does she take back what she said, because she doesn't. She believes what she said. She's
Sure.
been defending it for like the past week.
Yeah.
And she has these weird conspiracy theories about like, they hire foreigners in that Tequila Home Depot that just happens to also be on International Boulevard.
Right?
Yeah.
Wait, is this like full on fucking New World Order shit? Like that the plan of the lizard people. Okay, listen, all right. So get it? The road is globalism and there are brown people there. Curious? Yeah, it is. Then yeah, it's pretty wacky.
Oh my
Sorry.
Hold for 4. And repeat. It's called square breathing.
I'm not asking you to forget what I did or said. I'm asking you to forget what a trigged little bitch you are.
It's used for severe PTSD. It is one of the things that I got to learn through this experience, through talking to
Right there.
talking to crisis workers
Ah.
while experiencing being neglected by my local PD, filing a harassment charge.
Yeah, the police are tired of her. She calls them all the time. They've been hanging up. She made a video crying about how the cops keep hanging up on her. It's like if the cops are hanging up on you,
really?
there's a problem. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were joking.
No.
Oh no.
Okay. You have
She's trying
to
re-
really.
she's-
Sorry, I keep interrupting. I'm just
No,
excited.
no. No, it's okay. It's basically she thinks the cops, like the local sheriff's department in her county, is going to do something about the online harassment she's getting right now.
As a white woman, you have to be so bad for them to just hang up on you. For cops to just hang up on you on that, you have to be exceptional for them to. Yeah. What an impressive woman.
We all have our talents.
Yeah.
From the incident that happened prior to the video I shared. And if you've been following me for a long time, you know
and
that
in
I
our
have
chat, when she was doing the square breathing, Sniffs in our chat says it's box breathing. There is a thing called square breathing, Sniffs. It's for 2-dimensional people.
been abused.
She claims to be 5-dimensional later in this video. She also runs off into the background at some point during this and literally hugs a tree.
Yes.
Too.
Great. Oh, I'm having a fucking blast. I'll watch the whole 20 minutes. I don't care. This is great.
Okay.
This
All
is
right.
this
Yeah,
is
it's good.
like anthropologically interesting, right? Or like because I feel like we're unearthing an entire like deranged civilization in her mind as we watch this. We're getting to peer through.
Used and abused, I may add, by men my entire life. And now, I'm speaking up for myself. And while also simultaneously speaking up for myself, I'm being belittled. I'm being shamed. I have
Yeah.
death threats coming my way. I have hate crimes coming at me.
All
Is this the world y'all want to live in?
Who dodging hate crime? Whoa,
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, fuck.
It's a serious cricket moment here. Is this the world y'all want to live in?
Sure.
Mocking people with severe mental illness,
Yes,
like
I
love
it.
PTSD.
Yes,
What, do we have a Chris Chan update?
under
I
all
have not-
circumstances.
Yeah.
Fully ableism, yes. Initiate, engage.
Thank you. Let's
Get me
go.
over.
Telling people with PTSD who were triggered by an abusive situation, whom were triggered by another person harassing them, sexually harassing, I may add. See you next Tuesday when being called about 4 times before even being escorted out, before I even picked up the camera and recorded is sexual harassment.
Mm.
But I am taking full responsibility for my PTSD, for my words, for my actions, and I am going to get continuous help, guidance, support from everybody all around me, wherever I can. I am going to heal. I am going to be better, and I am going to come back stronger than before.
Excusez-moi. Pardon
Uh-oh.
me.
Oh,
Excusez-moi.
Uh-oh.
Pardon me. I did not mean to interrupt you. I had a bit to say. I feel that I am an expert in women like this.
what kind of women do you mean?
The terminally lower IQ woman, the perfect woman for bread and stock.
Breeding stock.
Fuck, he would go for this, wouldn't he? Fuck, that's real. Oh, God.
I, the eminent J.F. Grouper, the most neuroscientist psychologist extraordinaire. I am her to tell all of you in both of these chats, she does not need fixed. She needs a little bit of my potato.
Your potato.
I actually think she would be too dangerous for him, right? I feel like she couldn't be manipulated that easily. Like, she would fucking kill him or something. I don't know.
Oh yeah, it'd be bad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is like big game hunting for the fucking potato farmer.
He's got a type, and it's not the type that would claim PTSD openly.
No. I think that he would.
She actually went into PTSD, Mama JF. She didn't claim it. She just went into it.
Well, sure. I mean, I don't want to psychoanalyze Mama JF because I love Mama JF. I really do. She's a fucking whole ass legend. But
Warrior.
Oh yeah, man, God, what a woman. All right, hang on. I got this. But I do feel like this woman that we're watching right now is effectively like the antifreeze for JF. Like, it would be so sweet for him, and he would be all about it. And every aspect to him is like a siren song, but ultimately it would poison him if he drank it. And he might just have enough brain cells not to stick his dick in her. Maybe.
I just want to say that because I my last debate with JF was like a year and a half ago. So since that time, every successive visit to the Drunken Peasants, fewer people in my community, as a proportion, know about JF Gariepi, which means that every time I get more confused amusement in my chat about this whole thing. And there are people in my chat who are like trying to hurriedly explain it. Like, okay, like the lore, you know, like catching up. Yeah. It's a phenomenal sociological process going on. And I love to see it.
A chatbot command that just like scrolls out the
See you next
fucking
Tuesday.
Star Wars intro.
It's time for white women to be stopped by nuclear means.
God willing, John.
Oh man, hell yeah.
Hope that you can find in your heart a little bit of blood for it to beat, and maybe, just maybe, you can forgive me. And if you can't, that is okay. I understand. I have no hard feelings. None. I will continue to live my life. I will continue to grow.
Look at those
I will
eyes.
continue to heal. I will continue.
Look at that shit. She would kill you in a second. She would. Your physical. None of our physical talents can compare to her bloodlust. She is fucking dangerous.
Men have hurt her, and she decided never again. She took it out at Home Depot. She took it out at that Safeway. She takes it out right here, right now, with the people sending comments to her. Never again. If she's in your vicinity, she's in your throat with at least a butter knife.
To thrive. I will continue to build my businesses. No matter the unfortunate hate that comes my way for speaking up as a whoa.
Do the
I
breathe.
wanted to say
Be gone, Thoughtress.
Be gone! Fortress, be gone!
for speaking up as a woman whom has been abused for
Whoa.
this long.
Oh, that's
Therapist demand.
Yeah.
That always says. When I go in there and I tell her what my week was like, whom I triggered on accident through my PTSD, let me tell her in therapy, right? This is what she always says to me, my therapist. And she was in the Navy too. She said, it sounds like you're taking one for the team.
What a generic therapist response. Like, I've been to therapists before. That sounds like them just kind of being nice and being like, oh, sounds like you're taking one for
I
the team
talked
there.
with my therapist about this, and they said, please leave. Please exit the building immediately. Jeez, fuck. I really wish, I know no one will ever check her on this, and she'll never, like, answer or whatever. I just want to know what the relationship is between the PTSD and the go back to your own country. Because, like, for real, like, dropping the veil for a second, like, if you're a chick and you've been abused by a bunch of guys and, like, you fucking flip out at Home Depot because some guys were, like, maybe being a bit, like, too close to you or, like, maybe a bit pressure, like, you know, yeah, life can get hard sometimes, but where this connects to the go back to your country really shatters the legitimacy of the entire premise, you know what I mean? Really fucks it up, the whole case.
Was she from Staten Island?
Yes.
And was she in the Navy, or was she just,
was not in the Navy.
just
no.
her therapist?
She says her therapist was in the Navy.
'Cause
She should not be giving out her therapist's name and information about them.
The Navy
too.
SEALs use the box breathing to relieve stress.
Do they?
Really?
I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
so I wonder if that's where she got her square
Oh,
breathing
fuck,
from.
she is
was from
dangerous.
yeah, we're
She can
screwed.
snap a neck.
We're screwed. She lives in our backyard.
She was the one who killed Bin Laden. That's why she's so fucking racist. She just, you know, she's got some one of those, like, hardcore, like, you know, wake up at 4 a.m., snort cocaine, read through the Quran, spit on every page, like, we'll send them back to where they belong type racist, you know, like those left in Vietnam type racists. She's coming for us.
Jeff is a 5-hour drive from this woman.
Yeah.
And he's the furthest away from her. We have
That
to be
is
careful
true.
what we say.
No, see,
fuck.
I'm counting on it. I'm counting on it. If you guys start disappearing, I'm fucking heading south, dude. I'm getting the fuck out of here.
You
I
got to
thought
go.
we could all go camping at the Seed of Conscious community.
Why not?
Yeah. You know, I joked around. She the day after that video went viral, she made a post that was like doubling down on it. And right after that, right before that, she had gotten booted off of Airbnb and this other website that she was trying to sell campsites to people on. So I made it like a snarky comment like, hey, I wanted to buy a campsite. Can you help me out with that? Fucking with her. And there was some idiot that thought I was being serious, and I got a random DM from them being like, you're a racist. You support this racist woman. It's like, you don't detect the sarcasm in that comment?
Sarcasm is undetectable online.
Yeah, I guess so. Is that why people do the /S? Do I have to do the /S for real?
Yeah.
Oh.
Sometimes.
And then she says, it sounds to me like you're a woman who's been abused her entire life. And you're using your voice to stand up for yourself for the first time.
Oh,
That's why my
Instead of
racism is
violence.
okay.
Listen
Okay,
to
we got
go,
Look at she.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Whoa!
This-
you see me going, pow! Ooh,
One of her bracelets flew off.
black tourmaline flew off on that one. You don't see me doing pow.
You don't see me doing
Because I'm different
pow.
than my family history. I'm the tree hugger. Ready? Watch me do my moves.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna say it. I feel like she could kick my ass. I don't know. Those
Look at that
punches came out
fucking-
pretty fast.
Look at that fucking size queen. There was that smaller tree right next
Walked
to her. and she
right
went
by
around
it.
The big one. Oh my god.
I'm frozen.
What a slut.
That's my vibe.
Anyone
So if
else
y'all-
getting particular flashbacks?
Yes.
Wait,
That's
your
my
vibe.
vibe.
Oh no.
You don't want to see the papow, Jeff. She's a tree hugger. That's her vibe. But she got papow.
Oh Jesus Christ.
I'm
Whew.
going to continue to throw hate my way, that's okay. Just remember your words are your spell. Whatever you say to me will come back to you times 10.
That's
No,
not
that's
okay.
Jackson.
All right, all right,
What?
all right, all
Wait,
right,
what?
all right, listen, no, okay, fuck it. First of all, that's not how that shit fucking works. Okay, words are not fucking magic spells, and even if you're talking about magic spells, it's the fucking rule of 3. You dumb person. I'm trying to get better with my language, but Jesus fucking Christ, he's pushing me.
Yeah, don't say the C word, Jeff. That's sexual assault.
Yeah, she said
I was
she
just
said
say,
that
but
when
say that.
when the guys at Home Depot called her a cunt,
Yeah.
she claimed that was sexual assault, and then she was complaining about her Australian husband calling her that, and culturally that's like a typical word that it's not a really bad word in Australia.
I know.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
I feel like
Yeah.
we need more slurs for women because we have like we have bitch and cunt, but like okay, wow, you say bitch and cunt, you know. We don't have any real hard hitters, like not unless you're in high society. I think we're kind of sleeping on that.
There have been some pretty good ones that I've heard in the past, and like, you know, I in the heat of the moment, I've said them, and like I got a very powerful response. Like I called a woman once a slag. And,
That's a slut in like British English. Slag.
but like you never hear it.
Like a hooker.
You never hear it here, and in the context of like me chewing her out because she was being very, very inappropriate and fucked up, and it ended with "you fucking slag," and for some reason, like the context of everything I was saying, and then I punctuated with that. She was like, and like I don't think you would have gotten the same response if you said like bitch or cunt, because the thing is, it's not just one part of saying something that somebody might be offended by. It's also great if you can catch them off guard, you know. The whole concept of like swearing oaths wasn't necessarily like making an oath to do this or do that. It was almost a lyrical kind of way to insult somebody in a very clever and biting way. We don't do that anymore. We just rely on like slurs, and I think that's very weak, and I think it's too easy, and I think people need to get more creative with their words.
No, I don't disagree. Yeah.
I don't think you need slurs for women. Like as a man, you can just go out and invent something or
Blue
build a
cheese.
skyscraper.
You can just receive a slightly larger paycheck for the same work to them and give them a really
Yeah, you're
smug
fine.
look, you know.
The best thing you can do to a woman is let them feel like they don't exist in your world.
The
Just let
MIG,
them sit to the side.
the MGTOW approach, you know, where with
Yes.
they're like screaming, "Please fuck me," and you're like, "No, I've got fucking pinball to master or something." And then
Yeah, I'm going my own way. Thank you very much.
they-
To the side, I'm discovering a fossil.
All of it.
I don't even need to try and get one up on you. I'm a man. I win anyway. That's patriarchy. Boom.
maybe it's like when you go further back in time, it hits harder. Like if you said harlot in the right context, I feel like that, you know, it's like remember when Richard Spencer had that audio leaked by Milo Yiannopoulos, and he used the term, can I even say it, octoroon, the 1/8 black. I feel like that's antiquity right there. But
Sure.
like you have to be like ancient racism to even have that word in your head. I didn't know what that word meant. I had to look it up, you know.
I feel like that is like even more offensive than the fucking N-word in a weird way, just because you never hear it. It's so fucking rare and spicy. Like it's weird.
You
That's
have
a weird. I get an
dust it
emotional
off.
response to it.
yeah.
These are like words of power from antiquity. Like we're dusting off the fucking tomes of insult, man.
Fucking historical racism, ancient
Yeah,
weapons unearthed from the past, finding the like 9th century BC Chinese slur for the Han ethnicity and deploying it tactically as a Taiwanese, you know, citizen, and single-handedly beginning World War III.
Dude, it's like the Indiana Jones of racism. It's fucking awesome. Holy shit.
Infinite
I
power.
am highly protected and guided, both in this physical reality and in the spiritual reality. I mean that the most sincere kind of way, in the most basic explanation kind of way. So,
Raiders of the
this
Lost.
is my apology to you. I'm going to go continue to do what I do best, and that's live in the 5D reality, not in the 3D reality of hate and harm and hate crimes and hurtfulness and no accountability, right? I don't live in that 3D reality. I live in the 5D reality. I hang out with the trees. I ground every morning. I do meditation. I literally eat the plants off the ground. That's what I do. I live in this 5D reality.
Okay.
And unfortunately, all I can do from my 5D reality through this screen to you in your 3D reality is take accountability for my actions, take accountability for my words, ask you for forgiveness, and tell you I hope you never forget.
Well, if she's in the 5D reality and we're in the 3D reality, if we sign up for the OnlyFans, can we get the double D reality?
Well, that gets you the double gets you the extra up to 5.
That'll give me the 5D, right?
The 2 more Ds.
Yeah, just the double Ds. We can be right up there with the 5D with her, right?
Yeah.
I got to sign up right now.
You have to gain
I've
2
been
Ds.
putting this off for so long. I got a free mod pizza today. I saved $15 going right into her OF right now.
Anything.
The 5th D is
that-
just racism up
I hope
there.
you never forget any of this. I hope that this
I'm going for the Octa D.
is a teachable moment for all of the world.
By the way, all of her tattoos are Disney characters.
She's
all
got
of them.
like some sort of scripture on her inner arm. I wonder if it. Wait, is that the dinosaur from Land Before Time?
It might be. She might have some Don Bluth in there too. I don't know.
I feel like they look like shit. Some of them look okay, but a lot of these just look like smeared markers.
Looks like somebody took the funny pages and put the silly putty on the funny pages.
I used to do
and
that.
then pressed it on her arm.
Yep.
And I really, really hope that y'all can find forgiveness within yourselves to forgive yourselves for your past lives. Forgive yourselves for all the things you have done. Forgive yourself for all the hurt.
She says it like not forgive yourself, but go fuck yourself.
Right.
She's got that go fuck yourself energy and the forgive yourself. It's perfect.
Hateful things that you have sent my way. And then, when you're done forgiving yourself, because forgiveness starts with you, hug yourself out. I do it all the time. Hug yourself out and forgive yourself.
Okay.
And then start forgiving others. Start letting people know, hey, you did this and this is how I felt from this. And therefore, this is where I'm at in my healing journey. So if we don't want to go back down memory lane, we should probably avoid X, Y, and Z to avoid memory lane.
Okay.
I forgive you, but I don't forget what you did to me. I forgive you, but I forgive myself, and my memory is sharp as a fucking whip. So I will never forget all of the things.
I hope all the people in my chat who are saying I could fix her earlier, who aren't doing it now, just understand that you would be getting this speech anytime she drops a plate or something. Like, it would be 20 minutes of rambling, and by the end, she would be telling you why you need to apologize right now. You cannot fix her. Nobody can fix her. Nothing can fix this. This is unfixable. This is beyond, yeah.
Here's a pro tip for all you cells
Best
out there
insult I
that want to
used.
fix her.
Expired bottle of ranch.
Forget about fixing her. Hate fucking is a viable option.
She would
If
kill
you
you,
hate
dude.
her,
She would fucking cut your dick
Go
off.
for it. If you survive, you're a man. If you die, it's what you deserve.
She just
Go for it.
She just claimed to have a sharp memory, but in a lot of her other videos, she like digs up all these repressed memories that are just her way of like creating narratives against people she doesn't like.
Yeah, the repressed memories just keep room for the sharper images of
She
her,
does
her newer memories.
Way too many psychedelics for her to have like a properly sharp memory. But I just feel like she would bite your dick off. I feel like something horrible would happen, and maybe with a Kevlar condom. I don't know.
She can fucking try.
That's the
Guard your dick. Get ready at all times with dick jitsu to
I've
deflect
got
any
a belt
attacks.
of fat around that thing. It'd be like her chewing gristle. It ain't happening.
She's about to tell us the coolest part about PTSD.
Oh, come on.
That's the coolest part about PTSD. Your memories are razor sharp, detailed oriented AF. AF, I might add. And
You don't hate fuck someone this crazy, Billy. She's the type to accuse you of rape when you don't call her back.
Put me on the stand. Every jury member will be praising my name that I pulled out and didn't make a baby with her. They'd love me.
Yeah, if you're dating her, you need to have like a 24-hour GoPro set up so that when she inevitably accuses you of rape for not texting back fast enough, you have like bulletproof evidence. Also, I'm pretty sure PTSD does the opposite. I think it makes your memory worse. It probably varies, but that's my understanding. It does the opposite.
She talks about her PTSD as if it's a superpower, like it's her spidey sense.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? She was like, "That my PTSD, like I get a feeling because my PTSD, and I just know when something's gonna happen." It's like, what?
As an empath.
Yeah.
I used to have anxiety, but now I have PTSD.
That's what she said.
She literally said she traded her anxiety in for PTSD.
For a late model PTSD.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I really haven't found too many bad things about it so far.
What the fuck?
Well, then why?
As far as PTSD goes, I really haven't found too many bad things about it so far.
This video opened with her saying the PTSD was why she did the racism. What the fuck level are we on right now? Yeah, I love the PTSD. It's really improved the velocity of my racism. It's really upped the extent to which I can tell brown people to go back to their country. Quality.
Rather than complex PTS therapy, help. On that note, I gotta do things like gardening things and building 2 businesses. Well, I've been building 2 businesses basically my whole life.
She wants to get high.
The one I've almost ruined, and the one that I still need to collect money for from my patrons. It's always been 2 businesses. When this one starts to go down, I just start a new one, and that one builds up, and when it starts to go down, I start a new one. It's a cycle. Always 2 businesses, never one success.
Mm-hmm.
Branding myself basically my whole life and just marching to the beat of my own drum my entire life. What's
This
happening on
bitch
the
run
internet
around with
right
a
now?
war drum. She's running around with a fucking war drum. Like I march to the beat of my own drum, starting shit with everybody.
I know. It's
That was probably the
Next
explosion
level.
of 30 years in the making, right? Because I've just been marching. Beat of my own drum. Treating people with respect. Loving others.
I march to the beat of my own drum, treating people with respect. That's like when there's like a really happy beat and the person singing on it's like murder, 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 kill. And the beat's like doot, 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 doot.
I feel like if she suffered crippling brain damage and every part of her personality was randomized, it would probably end up better and more coherent than this one. Like we're at the point now where any change is statistically likely to be a positive one, no matter how out of left field it is. Maybe she'll change, later in life, like some errant radiation from the sun will plonk a couple of her neurons, and she'll just something better than this will be produced.
Taking accountability, forgiveness, but never forgetting.
I've sampled a lot of PTSD women, never one like this.
Mm, mm.
Well, you wouldn't live
It's-
after this one. It's like the final.
And I highly, highly, highly recommend that you receive this message as such, right? I really hope that you can find the courage within every ounce of your body
Oh, I hate her. I don't
to
like
forgive
her at all.
yourself and then take accountability for every action you've done to others, and then forgive them and move forward. Never forget, but forgive.
I
I'm
want to
not.
hear her. I want to hear her rap. I need to hear her rap. I
Oh.
super do.
Something tells me it exists.
Oh, she posts a bunch of stories on Facebook, and she'll be singing and rapping along to music all the time. It's not like her own composition, but
Does she put
I
on
know.
like really just shameless, really strong like black voice when she does it? Like the hardest
I think,
AAVE drop she can possibly muster?
yeah, I think so. But
Okay.
it's with a weird chipmunk voice, so it's kind of it throws you off a little bit.
Yeah, it's like naturally being compensated for by her helium-inspired vocal tone.
Yes.
I don't really identify with that either. I'm just a fucking human being with a beating heart, having a human experience on planet Earth. But in terms of 3D reality, I have to be something, right? So, spiritualist or metaphysical practitioner or holistic practitioner, whatever.
She's the
3D
type of
category.
white girl that listens to Jay-Z and Kanye West song and only censors the word Paris.
Like, I'm not Christian, right? Might have been like dunked my head, baptized, holy water on the head, eaten a few of Jesus Christ's body or something like that. But I've never.
So she was Catholic. Is
She
what
might have
she
eaten
really
a few
identify.
Christ crackers, you
Yeah.
know.
as Christian.
Sure.
And one of the Christian phrases that I find extremely hypocritical is, you just gotta forgive and forget.
That's not a Christian saying, by the way.
Oh.
The Christian thing is
Oh.
like turn the other cheek.
Right. Right.
They don't say forgive and forget, so I don't know where she got that
There's
from.
like fucking Harley Quinn in every freeze frame. It's insane. She has naturally crazy like phrenology. What's it? The physiognomy it just exudes.
Whoa.
Yeah, well, I use the tools of the master to dismantle the house. Okay, so as I was saying, this
I didn't
half
know what
Italian,
this
half
word
Jewish woman's skull shape proves her mental inferiority.
I didn't even know what that word meant until we started talking about Nick Fuentes regularly, because they would always Nick Fuentes' fans would troll us and say they needed a physiognomy check on us all the time. And I looked that up. I'm like, hey, that's not nice.
I mean, the funny thing is that like physiognomy checks from them are exactly the same as vibe checks from her. This is another one of those hippie Nazi crossovers because it's the exact same thing. It's just you have a bias, you have a pre-existing bias, you get a general feel for a person, and then you use whatever kind of pseudo-mystical bullshit you have in your rhetorical arsenal to justify that feeling. It's basically the same thing.
Forgive and forget. Forgive and forget. Mate, let me forgive and forget. Blah, 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 blah. Let me forgive and forget.
I feel like this is a Saturday Night Live character.
This
like,
is
this is not real.
This is my favorite part of the whole video, because she's like forgive and forget, and then she acts like she's doing all these different drugs.
Let me forgive and forget. Let me forgive and forget. Pills, 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 pills. Let me forgive and forget. Shoot up that heroin. Let me forgive and forget. Oh, wait, there's meth. Let me forgive and forget. What? I hate hypocrites. I don't mess with any of that. So instead, I forgive, don't forget. Talk about what had happened. Go to therapy. Move forward. But if you're a hypocrite, you could forgive and forget. So
That was amazing, by the way. That was amazing.
It was very practiced too.
Yeah. I mean, every time I've seen meth, I've just been like, hey, there's meth. Like, what? What the fuck?
She's like, hey, there's meth.
I think I have to forgive somebody once every 5 years. Is it that big of a fucking thing? People forgive people all the time?
Like, is it potato salad? Hey, there's potato salad.
I think SNL character is actually right on the money. I was thinking
Yeah.
of there's some girl from like the Amanda Show on was that Nickelodeon from like a million years ago? I forget.
Amanda Bynes?
Was it Amanda Bynes? But who was the girl with the black hair and the bangs who had like the nerdy voice, like the nasally kind of voice from way back when?
SNL? Molly
I have
Shannon?
not. I'm pulling this from like the lizard part of my brain. This is from way when
Yeah.
I was young.
From SNL?
He was thinking maybe it was a Nickelodeon or something.
Oh, I'm not sure.
might
Wait,
have been an
Amanda
Amanda
Bynes
Bynes
played both characters? Oh, okay. I was thinking
yeah,
of
she played
Dark
multiple
Mode
characters.
Amanda Bynes then. Okay, holy shit.
Yeah, she was multi-talented. If it
Christian,
wasn't
I
for Dan Schneider and his feet fetish, she'd still be working in Hollywood.
Didn't she kind of lose it a little bit?
Because Dan Schneider broke her.
a hypocrite, which most of the world is, you could totally forgive and forget everything that we just talked about and everything that happened in the last week or so, or you can forgive, not forget, and move forward. Completely up to you. Well, my dad reached out to me after not talking to me in a really long time.
Your dad
The
reached
last
out to
time
me
that we
too.
spoke, he said that he would go up against the best psychiatrist in the entire world,
What?
and they would not say that any of the problems that I have, including the abandonment, come from him, the man who abandoned me at 3 years old, right?
Wait, that 3 years old?
How could she just drop this right here? Everyone's already thinking in their head the whole time she's talking, fatherless behavior, fatherless behavior, fatherless behavior. Why would she then validate all of that with this here? Why would you, hey, just so you guys know, my dad, just randomly, my dad jumps in to let everyone know this is not his fault. I am not on him, but he's wrong. Like, okay, there's no good outcome for you here.
Did we just prove her right, though, by saying this whole time we knew it was daddy issues, and her dad's trying to say that no psychiatrist or therapist in the world would say his issues were his fault?
Maybe it's like a kind of spiritual fatherlessness. You know, maybe the dad she needed just isn't on this dimension. It was on the 5th dimension. That's why she's trying to get there.
And if he left her at 3, why are they having conversations now? Like, he was gone. Who cares?
He
was there.
He was there.
He was there.
Yeah, I've seen, like, because he reached out to me on social media. I've seen his social media pages, and I've seen photos of her as like a younger kid, you know, like hanging out with him and her siblings and stuff. So yeah, because I don't think her parents are together anymore, so maybe he wasn't around as much as she would have liked.
It happens.
Yeah, so
she must have been one fucked up, insufferable 3-year-old for him to have left that. I trust her so little right now that if she was like, yeah, I got hit by a car when I was 5, I'd be wondering what she did to the car to deserve that. She's very established a very low profile of reliability.
At some point, you got to step in and play stepdaddy to that inner child. You can't blame this on your father.
I stopped answering him. Basically, got him off. The end. I've been in Jewish therapy since I'm yay big.
What's Jewish therapy?
Jewish therapy. Did she really say that?
Yeah, there's a lot of kvetching.
So, like, I looked this up. I'm like, is this a term I'm not familiar with? I couldn't find anything. So I think she made it up.
Yeah, I don't want to paint with a broad brush here, but I grew up in a pretty Jewish community, and I have to say, I feel like they would not put up with the shit. Like, 0 of them would. There's a no-nonsense attitude in every Jewish person I've ever met above the age of 30, and I do not feel like they would have any patience. This is a highly non-kosher attitude that she is demonstrating.
Yeah.
She said she was half Jewish, half Italian, right?
Yeah, because then she was talking about the Catholic shit, right, with the communion wafers.
This is her Italian side coming out right now.
Yeah,
they're passionate, fiery people.
Yeah, half Italian, half Jewish, and her Italian side is fiercely anti-Semitic, like the Italians were when they came to America. It's a constant inner war, and that's why she's like this.
The Italians and the Jews get along so well.
The Italians were allies of the Nazis.
Yeah, but they get along so well in
now
America.
They do. They fought for that. They work. You know, Vatican II happened. We had a little epic trolling on Normandy. You know, stuff's changed.
I probably have more therapy than most therapists that have worked with me. Well, actually, I know that's true because all my therapist says that I am challenging them and they need to look up information because my IQ is so high.
Because her IQ is so high. She challenges them.
Yeah, I gotta go look this one up because I usually don't deal with it. Your IQ is too high for my pay grade.
Why don't you leave the session a little early today, and I'll look up everything you just said.
Yeah, it's just funny. I'm not smart enough to have you as a patient. Please.
I guarantee you, every one of her therapists only books her on Tuesdays. So at the end of the session, they can be like, "All right, see you next Tuesday."
I stopped talking to my dad at that point, and if y'all saw the video on TikTok before it got taken down off of TikTok, you probably saw somewhere around there that I went up to a punching bag at my job and
I just got that.
The anger.
What was that?
I just got that. Okay, I just got that.
Oh.
I'm retarded too, Jeff. Don't worry. Took me at the exact time you got it. Yeah, okay.
My dad never did this. He was never there. Video's taken down so
she is a diamond in the rough.
Oh. Brett Queen. Big fan of her work.
Can't see it.
Fuck, I'm feeling like I'm coming around the hate fucking thing. I don't know. She's actually so
Right.
crazy. She's circling back around into it being like one of those, well, if you die type situations.
Exactly.
Yeah, like it's go all the way back to the beginning where it's like, okay, well, I know, whatever, right?
It's like bungee
Fuck.
jumping,
Catch this on play
skydiving.
in
Yeah.
the background, ironically. Similar name. I know. Irony. But in that moment was the moment I realized, like, there is nothing I can do to make my father love me. Nothing.
Oh no.
Nothing.
Oh no.
It hurt. Fuck did it hurt. It hurt so bad I was a
I've seen literal like public social media posts where he's like, I'll always love you, but I'm not going to let you try to blackmail me for $20,000. So now I'm going to have to stop talking to you.
But her love language is $20,000.
Oh,
my love language is regular deposits into my bank account. You fucking monster. Fuck.
My boss had to talk me down, and then here I am punching a punching bag. It hurt. And that was it. I stopped texting him. My sisters cut me off. Everybody blocked me. And my dad just reached out.
My friends moved literally thousands of miles away. I don't know why it rained shit on me.
and this is her apology video.
Yeah.
I'm just reminding
This
everyone.
this began with her shouting at some fucking minimum wage Home Depot employee to go back to his country, and this is where we are right now. She is an open book, dude. She is just a flowing tidal wave of revealing information.
As wild as this is as an apology video, we have to remember last time we watched her I'm not suicidal video ended with her promoting the OnlyFans.
Oh yeah, I wonder if she's gonna
If
do.
you look at these titties, sign up right now. It's like, what did you...
And the version we played, I had to crop her titties out of it because they were in that video.
Wait, where'd she post that video? Was it just on OF or was it another?
It was
Somebody-
leaked.
I think somebody leaked it, and we had, for journalistic reasons, we had to replay it.
Yeah, but I played it censored.
Yeah, we didn't show anything below the neck because we're news, not nudes.
Yeah, she has big boobs for a skinny girl. You know, like.
Oh, well, no one, we can't contest that she's nice to look at or whatever. It's just that she could clearly ruin the life of anyone she makes eye contact with. Can you imagine having a daughter like that? That's the person I really feel bad for here is the dad. And of course, I don't know the details. Maybe the dad's a piece of shit. But, like, taken for granted, like, we know she's awful. Having a child like this would be, like, fucked. Because at least if you're a kid and you have, like, a shitty parent, first of all, they die before you. And second of all, like, it's like you overcome something. Like, okay, my parent was bad, but I grew out of it. But that doesn't work the other way around. If your child is insane, that's just a permanent weight on your life until you die. That sucks.
Yeah,
The
that's
worst.
not fair. Like you can get trauma from your fucking kids being fucking terrible, but you don't get to complain about it. Like that's kind of double standard. Yeah.
The cruelest trick that God can play is giving a brat giant boobs. Because they will get way too far in life off those boobs alone.
I have to
until they
piss. 1
start to
second.
sag,
Give me
they
1
start
second.
to cause their friends to move across the world. Like at some point, reality hits them, and their boobs just don't get them through it anymore. I feel bad for this poor girl's boobs.
I'm so glad Vaush is fascinated by this because I wasn't sure. He's usually in the political realm. Oh, I have more because there was stuff she posted on her Facebook that I captured.
She's an undeniable talent, right? Like
lolcow talent.
She's made of things that we don't see very often.
Maybe Big Fish Talent Agency will hire her anyway.
I mean,
go ahead.
Big Fish is a talent agency. They'll probably hire just about anybody on because they take on as much talent as possible. They have you do
even
headshots.
if they have bad press like she has. Though.
That probably kept them from doing it.
Yeah.
But she probably would have got into the talent agency had she not blown her own spot because they're going to sell her the headshots. They're going to get her in the books, and maybe someone will need a tiny little hurricane in their next Welch's Berry commercial.
Yeah, I guess so. I want to take just a quick second, real quick, and mention. While I was camping the past 7 days, just real fast, I told Ben about this. While I was out there and I was in this parking lot, this really hard to reach road, a random dude, in this really really cool fucking Sprinter van was like, "Are you Jeff fucking Holiday?" And I was like, oh, is this going to be a bad scene? And he's like, dude, I fucking love Drunken Peasants. And it's the dude Cheech in the chat. And
Hey.
Fuck yeah.
I got to fucking meet him, and he hung out with us for like 2 nights. Really, really cool fucking dude. And I know he's listening, so I just wanted to say, hey man, what's up? And it was really cool meeting you. So
Aren't you glad he didn't say Chatelet, Mike Hecarino?
yes, oh my god, Jesus Christ, you have
And
no idea
Cheech.
what I have about that.
Cheech, if you're watching right now, I want that 10K back that I sent you on the dark web. Obviously, you chickened out.
Somebody sent me the clip of you in that documentary about Kekistan, Jeff.
Oh, yeah, that's great. That's fine.
Go with a number for
Yeah.
a social worker to go talk to today. She works for the public health department. So I just got back from talking to her, and I felt like I should jump on here after that. And he highly recommended it, my dad, that part of my healing journey is to take accountability for my actions. Not hypocritical. And therefore, when taking
She's called her dad
accountability
hypocritical.
for my actions, I am therefore moving forward on my healing journey.
Fuck, you really can't fix this,
Sounds like
can
the
you?
country used to make shit happen. We're building a commune over here. Okay, on that note, I gotta get shit done.
She I don't know where she gets her money from, but
Oh,
like
come on.
but I saw this TikTok of these old dudes building those buildings on her commune. So is she just like, are they just like simps or
Gazi
something?
Kodzo had simps.
Okay.
Had people sending him money.
It's family
yeah.
money, sex work, or gold digging, in all likelihood. Girl boss,
Oh.
no hate or whatever. Though this
Girl
money
boss.
could be going to a better place, I think. Fuck, you really can't fix her, can you? She's actually like... It's because you can't fix antisocial personality disorder or narcissistic personality disorder, right? They're both like... It's not like a brain chemical balance thing. It's not a experiential thing. It's just your brain is just wired worse, right?
But you can't fix a Picasso either. You just gotta bust a nut on it and put it back up on the wall.
So fucking... I mean, unironically, right? I mean, past a certain point, it's really just about making the most with what you have. Fuck, I don't know. It's just a bit depressing because normally when I see people who exhibit like bad behavior, so I think like, well, how could you convince them out of that? What could you say? What arguments could you make? And obviously that ain't therapy, but this girl is so far beyond that. She's like leagues beyond that. Oh fuck, it's like existentially depressing.
She probably has like some point where you could break through to her, but finding that point is not worth the time it would take.
It's a lifetime project, and you might not even succeed. It could just...
Yeah.
Oof.
I fancy myself a thought whisperer, but I wouldn't waste my time with her.
And you gotta get
Huh?
shit done. I gotta go find service to even post this because like I have no service. Which by the way, I heard y'all have literally blown me up on the internet. I don't have service. I live off grid. Literally recording this off my phone. However, thanks. Kind of. I would have really preferred if y'all did your research before you blew me up, right? So here's the
True.
thing.
Ben,
y'all
I wish
research
you
my
would have done some
degree?
research about her before you blew her up.
Right. And you know what? I did not research her degree. Damn.
I'll let you know. Graduated top of my class, forensics and investigative science, with a minor in sociology, criminology, emphasis on child delinquency
Oh,
and the
fuck, I'm
prison
implicated.
system. I studied human behavior and crime. Graduated top of my class of 35.
Why is she saying this like she's taking an oath?
Scouts honor.
Wait,
Okay.
top of her class
Yeah.
of 30... Wait. Top of her class of
35 people.
35. What is she?
At West Virginia.
If she was valedictorian, she would say valedictorian. What does she mean, top of class of 35?
I think of her forensic class only, not of the 35 people in her forensic class.
Yeah, so wait,
Right.
what? Does that mean there was
Graduated
an
class.
exam at the end? You don't compare grades with every other student in your class at the end of the semester. Does she mean like she did the best at a test? Do they
Oh,
compare
she-
grades? Is that what
yeah.
people do?
she's probably holding on to any little piece of success she's ever had, right?
Yeah, oh.
I got to be honest with you too. The thing that makes me the most sus about this whole thing is the fact that she studied forensic science. I don't want someone like her to know about forensic science.
Yeah.
Okay, I want someone like her to know police procedure and what they look for in trace and DNA evidence and like I don't want her knowing that kind of shit. I don't think it's a good idea.
Man,
That's why I feel confident.
She really is like making men experience the fear the women experience, because she would be the only girl I would ever like have to text safety updates with a friend to while hooking up with, right? Like because girls are like, I'm going to this place, after I'm fine, and I'd be like, listen, I'm gonna text you every 17 minutes, and if I'm not on the dot, you're calling the fucking police.
Yeah. She's an equality machine, She's the grand equalizer.
Yeah, she's like Killmonger.
Is number 2 in the world, West Virginia University Forensics Program. So, I know y'all don't think that I'm really smart, because I don't look like I'm really smart, and I sound like I'm a chipmunk, like Alvin.
It's also the things you say that make us question your intelligence.
Yes.
I do hang out with the chipmunks around here. They eat out of my hand. So do the deer. Interesting. Animals only eat out of humans' hands, but who have good energy. But here y'all are shit talking me. It's okay. Not my reality, right? Not my reality. I'm just repeating some of the things that my family has called me to check up on me, making sure that I'm not dead, because I alone got 10,000 death threats to my one phone via text, calls, voicemails, and emails. Now, let me spoil alert this for y'all. I don't know how long this video is going to be.
Too long.
A while.
Everything is encrypted on the internet. All of it. Literally, all of it.
Oh my god, she's threatening them.
Yeah.
Digital evidence. Come on, people. If you've really been following me, I also solved my first scene, case, whatever you want to call it, on Instagram while I was still a West Virginia University student. Didn't even graduate yet.
What?
It was after my internship with Lake County Sheriff's Office.
I solved my first case before I even graduated. I was like, it's the black guy.
I think he's a foreigner.
Before I graduated. This case, Instagram.
Those are the kind of forensics they teach you in West Virginia,
It's just some fucking guy from Philadelphia. His fucking family's been here 400 years. So fucking go back where you came from. You stole her purse, and her fucking drunk friend dropped her purse off a balcony ledge the previous night. So goes to the campus police and threatens them unless they do their job and fucking deport this guy from PA.
Oh my.
They're like, look, guy, we know there's no evidence. We're just gonna carry you back to the room so she'll leave.
Please just work her out. Please just let us get rid of her.
Instagram's owned by Metaverse right now.
If you could just say, I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for that metal and white.
Now let's see who these people really are.
Terms and conditions about all of them, owned by the CIA and FBI.
Oh yeah, she believes all social media is owned by the CIA and the FBI.
Fuck, true.
Yeah.
And all of that jazz.
They don't have to
I'm
own
really
it.
scared about anything that's going on right now. Just to be honest, I don't vibrate at the vibration of fear. I vibrate at the vibration of love. So I'm gonna go keep doing my love.
Do they have like chill vibe vibrators out? Like, for people with these chill vibes, all about that vibe.
I'm sure there's a chill vibe of the vibe.
And the vibrator just
There's like
hits
a low
differently.
setting, right?
I don't know. Would it be a low setting? I don't know. I never had anything up my ass or in any of my holes.
You
so
have
I
to
don't know
do
if there's one that just
research, because if you get one of the same resonant frequency, your vibrations cancel out and it feels like it's not moving at all. So that would suck.
Oh, wow. I kind of want to turn my asshole into a black hole. How do I test my frequency?
Y'all keep disintegrating yourself in your fear-based reality, right? I just wanted to hop in here and bridge the gap, and just let y'all know if you want to keep sending messages my way, that's okay.
Oh, we got the go ahead, guys.
Already on it. Bitch. And I heard she's a Virgo, and Virgo season is coming up really soon. I got a blast. Peace out.
That was like the 17th goodbye. Is this the last one? I don't even know.
Should she just peace out A-Town down?
that was the end of that video, but I literally there is more. There's like this stuff.
I'm waiting for the train right now, right? I was just thinking, remember that COVID tracing thing that everybody decided with their free will, not me, to put on their cell phone if people are around you with the Rona? Yeah, that was in the pandemic too. If you remember there, Trump and Biden did pay y'all out for your appearance in this movie we've been producing for the last long amount of time. In addition to that, have y'all checked out my story? Look at the soundtrack of all of the songs that are going to be used in this film that I've literally been co-directing for the last 30 years.
Oh, she means
She's
her
30 years
life.
old.
Yeah. She means her by film. She means her life. Okay, she's doing this on purpose. Opening on the anti-vax shit while wearing while having hair in a good old farm girl pigtails and the plaid like farmer shirt rolled up. I think this is a deliberate effort to reflect the iconography that she associates with different groups to try to get like positive social attention. I think this is pure sociopathy right here.
Is that Chinese takeout design shirt she's wearing a reference to the China virus?
Dude, fat white dudes love wearing like Chitsy Chinatown merch. That's like our main thing, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I do actually have the tank top from Big Trouble in Little China, and I wear it all the time.
But do you not? Maybe I'm assigning too much like intention to her or whatever. But people like this, in my experience, people like this are obsessed with others' impressions of them, and they usually are pretty smart. I don't think she's dumb at all. I just think that her brain is broken, and I don't think she knows how other people work in the slightest. So she has to like artificially cobble together what we might consider like personability that other people just intuitively do because we're meant to be able to do it normally.
Yeah. No. Okay, I run into this all the fucking time too, especially with like anti-vaxxers and whatnot. Yeah, like Americana, you know, like obviously rolled up sleeves to denote like actually a working person. The plaid, the fucking hair is braided back, very much like milkmaid, Kansas, blah blah blah. Yeah, no, I get it. Yeah, I totally get it. And I mean, you're right. She's not an idiot. She's just fucking psycho. I mean, yeah, I guess I could totally see it as being like a conscious decision. I guess it would depend largely on the medium that she's operating from. Like this is what from her Instagram?
This is from her Facebook.
Oh, it's from her Facebook. Okay.
Oh, which is the boomer conservative platform.
Right.
Curious.
Right. Yeah, that's kind of giving some more credence to it, like it being like an intentional fucking thing. Sure. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think it's totally viable. Yeah.
I'm just guessing. I don't know. It's just I knew one other person like this in real life, just like totally incidental, not even like a stream meme or whatever. But they were like semi-conscious of their behavior, and they would talk about how like if they liked being around somebody and they wanted that person to like being around them, they would literally sit down and think, what things does this person like in other people? And they would try to adopt that around them. I know that sounds like something that normal people do because we all do imitation to an extent, but I think there's a difference from like having an authentic personality and like kind of trying to match other people's energies and a fully artificial assembly of traits that you're just putting together for the sake of, I mean, it's like American Psycho shit, right? Like you're literally just, what does this situation need? That is who I am. And there isn't a difference between an authentic and inauthentic expression. It's all constructed.
Right. Yeah, it's like especially like the intent that's going to be happening onto it. You know, are you marketing yourself? Are you intentionally trying to like garner some kind of like positioning or power? I mean, we can see it right now. All you have to do to see this happening in real life right now, go and look at fucking Dr. Oz's Twitter. When he's not failing to troll Fetterman, which, you know, he's totally failing that, and Fetterman's a fucking beast. But when he tries to appeal like Americana kind of shit, you know, we all know what Dr. Oz looks like. Press fucking suit, a tie, you know, he's a rich pompous asshole and that kind of shit. But when he's trying to appeal to like rural Pennsylvania voters, you know, their sleeves roll up. Oh, he's gonna put on
good old farm boy, yee-haw. Yeah, this fucking multi-millionaire coastal media liberal, you know, or not liberal, sorry, like liberal media, like fucking talk show guy.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I want to see him really try and connect with the fucking West Pennsylvania voters and like fist a cow's pussy to help with impregnation and shit. I want to see him elbow fucking deep in a sow, being like, "Vote for me." John Fetterman would never fist a fucking cow. Like that would be fucking great.
I just wanted to see Trump ride a horse, dude.
Oh.
Because that'd be it. At this age, with how he is, that'd be it. Like, if you goaded him into that and kept his handlers away so they couldn't catch him when he fell, like, that would be like a covert assassination. You'd be legally in the clear.
Yeah.
Have you seen the new Trump ad that is a lot like a campaign ad?
No. Where?
It
Well, they're all
just
campaign
dropped.
ads. I haven't seen it.
It's we can watch the rest of this, or if you're tired of Amanda here, we can move on to something else.
Well, we've been watching this for 2 hours, so I don't think anyone would, blame us for looking at the Trump thing.
Right.
What's the Trump thing?